friends, welcome to my channel. This is the Sun Woman, and to those celebrating Thanksgiving, happy, blessed, and safe Thanksgiving to you all, and happy full moon in Gemini to everyone. So this full moon is taking place on November 25th in the signs of Gemini and Sagittarius, and we all know that during the full moon our emotions are heightened. There is definitely a atmosphere for psychic and intuitive energies being very strong. We know also that during the full moon things can come to light. There can be revelations of information that we were either not expecting or were hoping to uncover. So during this full moon in Gemini, you will find usually that through conversations, through some sort of communication, you may be getting information to help you resolve something that you were hoping to resolve. This could be a long-standing situation, and there is a strong sense of spirituality in this full moon because the opposite sign of Gemini is Sagittarius, and that 9th house and 3rd house connection rules the connection between the higher mind and the logical mind that we use on a daily basis. So the connection between our spiritual nature, our spiritual mind, and the daily perception that we receive, the daily messages that we receive. Now, what I've decided to do this month is continue on with the full moon readings, and I also wanted to address the concept of twin flames because this full moon is in Sagittarius and Gemini, Gemini being the sign of the twins. There's a definite connection between the twin connection, and we'll find that is, can affect all of us in some way depending on where it falls in our charts. Now, just to address twin flames, we talk about twin flames, soulmates, and if you think about it, we're all on some level looking for that other soul that is going to complete us. Now, what exactly is a twin flame? Well, in the different descriptions that I've read and that I've found interesting, the twin flame is really a different and more profound connection in many ways than even a soulmate. Okay, while we can actually have many soulmates in our lives, which can be platonic or romantic, which can be family connections, friend connections, there is really only one twin flame. And this is because the twin flame is understood as generally a physically embodied soul expression, which is the polar opposite, or the complementary aspect to our own soul. So the other half of our soul. I've heard it explained by those who are way more spiritually advanced than you or I may be, and who have more depth of knowledge on the subject. I've heard them explain that in a sense, when the source of everything, God force or the universe, or however you want to name the force that has created all of us, when that source was dividing itself into infinite expressions of consciousness, okay, infinite souls, for the purpose of experiencing itself and experiencing life and existence on a physical level, each soul coming to experience that connection was split into two parts of a whole. Okay, so therefore the twin flame can really be understood to be the other half of one's own soul. Now, what I've done, I've posted actually on my blog. If you check out Tumblr, which I've started a new blog on Tumblr, which could be just connections to my own channel or interesting articles that I found that I just want to share. And then I'll also be doing some writing and some poetry as well. I will be posting some more articles on twin flames. Now what I'd like to just go ahead and do in this reading this month is go through each of the signs and see if we concentrate on the connection of twin flame connections. I want to see what the messages are for each of the individual 12 signs as far as whether we are with our twin flame, whether we are waiting to become connected with our twin flame, whether again we are seeking that connection, or whether we are questioning whether we have met that person, or whether there are boundaries or limitations to meeting that person. But know that with the twin flame connection, there are some signs. One of the signs is a really intense acceleration of our evolution, meaning that meeting that person brings about some tremendous change in our life. So there's intense chemistry, and there's a rapid acceleration of our personal development and their personal development. So some major change in our life is brought about by meeting this person. Their energy spurs us on or inspires us to create deep changes and transformations in our life. There's also a sense of knowing when you meet your twin flame. There's a feeling that you have with them that's unlike any other connection that you've had in this life. You'll feel something unspeakable between your heart and that person's heart. There's also either a sense of peace or chaos. So meeting the twin flame, keep in mind, is really not for the faint of soul or for the faint of heart, because we can have an unbelievable expansion in our lives, or there can be a lot of chaos that takes place because of the tremendous change that we are allowing to take place in our lives, okay? And there, in any way, that connection is going to challenge us to our core. And on a sexual level, if this is, that twin flame connection, that romantic twin flame connection, we may experience very powerful sexual connection with that person that may be unlike any we've ever experienced. There may be the feeling of an outer body experience during the sexual connection, and there may be just a feeling of mergence with that twin soul that is very different than anything else you've experienced, and kind of wipes away time, space, and the sense of, being physically embodied in this world. So there are other connections, there are other clues that will connect us to, will give us the sense that we've met our twin soul. Let's just go ahead and go through each of the 12 individual signs and see what the message is this month of November on this full moon in Gemini and Sagittarius, and see what the messages are for finding, keeping, or attracting our twin souls and our twin flame. All right, let's get to the individual readings. Hello, Gemini. Well, this full moon is all about you. So this full moon is taking place between your first house of Gemini and your 7th house of Sagittarius. So it's all about partnerships here. Very strong symbolism of the connection between two people, the long-term connections. Let's go ahead and see what the oracle cards are giving us as a message related to your twin flame connection for this particular full moon. And I'm using the Tao oracle cards because I find them to be very informative, very specific in their messages when looking into deeper, more spiritual matters. So I'm going to be using those, and this is for your Gemini twin flame reading for the full moon in Gemini. Gemini twin flame. What is the message for Gemini regarding their twin flames? Gemini. Okay, and I'm doing a 4-card reading. The 3 cards are giving us the past, present, and future, and the 4th card being the advice card. So in the past, we have the number 4 card, Youthful Folly. So I feel like, Gemini, there's been some type of impulsive connection. So I feel like in reference to your twin flame, you may have met someone very quickly or unexpectedly. And I feel like within the connection that you've made, there was a sense of it being, impulsive, of it being something new and different. There may have been a sense of either there is an age difference between the two of you, so you may be younger and that person may be older, or vice versa. But I feel like the connection was very impulsive. It was very strong when it was made, and there may have been mistakes made, though. There may have been some immature behavior, and I feel like this may have been on your part because of just inexperience or immaturity. Whether you are younger, middle-aged, or older, there just have been actions in connection to someone in your life who may be seeing you as acting immaturely or acting recklessly. There may be some impatience, so you may have met someone and you're feeling very impatient about moving forward with the relationship, about getting things moving, and maybe words were spoken that were kind of impulsive, and you may have been pushing too hard, too fast. And so, there is the sense of youthful folly in the connection that was made. But there is a need to learn, okay? There's a need to take your time and learn from either the mistakes that were made or learning more about this person that you're connected to. There may have been bluffing, okay? So there may have been, you wanting to get things moving quickly and you kind of bluffing, that, okay, well, if things are not the way that I want them to be, this may not work out. This may not happen, okay? So, again, there's a sense of some impulsiveness, some youthful folly, maybe a sense of immaturity in connection with someone and dealing with someone that may have tainted things a little bit, or cast some type of difficulties over the situation. Now, right now, I feel like there's a sense of contemplation that's going on. You are detached in observing this relationship, maybe in observing the person that you're connected to. Perhaps you have withdrawn because of what has happened. You've withdrawn into solitude and you are reflecting, trying to gain some type of overview or insight and increased understanding of your own reactions, of someone else's actions, and where the relationship is going. There may be, if the impulsiveness that took place were words that were spoken, either by you or that other person, then I feel like now you are pulled back from the situation, trying to decide what's the next step. You're reflecting, you're integrating the experience. Maybe you're wanting to be alone right now to figure out what the next step is in this connection. Now, what's coming up, though, I feel like you're going to be coming out of that sense of contemplation. The card, the creative, is the active yang principle. So there is a move forward. There's a push forward to now gain ground that was lost. Okay, there's a dynamism. You're being inspired. This is a strong masculine card, so whether you are male or female, I feel like you are going to be taking things into your hands and actually moving forward in a very positive and creative, active way. Whether it is in the connection that you are already in, or whether it is in actively seeking out a connection that is, that is a twin flame connection. The advice card that you're receiving is that regardless of what you do, you need to remain in harmony, not just with another person, but with yourself. You need to keep things in balance. There has to be a sense of things on an even keel, where there is allowed expansion, where the conditions are created favorably for moving forward in a romantic connection. Okay, so I feel like because of what has taken place and perhaps the difficulties that were experienced before, and now you being in contemplation and integrating changes or integrating the information, or figuring out what worked before and what didn't work, what is working, and then now moving forward with a creative mind to strengthen a connection, strengthen a relationship, and to inspire that relationship, you are going to now find a way to create balance and peace in that connection. Okay, so the message for your twin flame connection is inspire a sense of well-being, create favorable conditions for that connection to flourish, allow the situation to expand in a creative, in a peaceful and harmonious and balanced way. Don't rock the boat, don't shake things up. That's already taken place, but that may not have yielded the results that you've wanted, Gemini. So now find out what it is you need to do on a creative level, actively working to create harmony and equipoise and balance in that relationship. And I feel that going forward, you'll have the strong foundation you need to nurture that twin flame connection. Okay? Now, if you are not in a relationship at this time, I feel that in the past you may have been impulsive in trying to make something happen with people who were not that connection, who were not the person that is supposed to be that other half of yours. And now you may be feeling alone, and you may have detached yourself from the game of love or from actively seeking someone. But it's a time of healing, and it's a time of gathering your own energies so that you can now move forward with a sense of creative energy in attracting that person, that soul to you, because you are dynamic and because you are strong and you are tenacious in your energies. And in doing that, you will create a situation and an environment around you, a sense of balance, so that when that twin flame comes into your your aura, they will feel and sense a balance and equilibrium in you, and that will allow them to merge energies with you, to create and to rejuvenate that soul connection, that twin flame connection. Okay, and very interestingly enough, the number on this card for your advice is the number 11. The number 11 is very strongly the twin flame connection. Often when you are about to meet your twin flame, or you have met that person, you will see the numbers 11. 11 becomes very powerful. Also the number 22, which is the doubling of that 11 connection, okay, of that 11 number. So this is your message, Gemini. Happy full moon in Gemini to you. Very strong, powerful energy there for you. I wish you love and luck. If you are interested in receiving a personal and private reading, which would be a romantic reading and maybe more in depth with your personal information, time, date, and date of birth, and you want to know about a connection between you and someone else in your life, please contact me for a personal reading. listening, and I can do a love twin flame reading for you. I'll be happy to do that. Thanks again, and happy full moon in Gemini to you.